Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. In front of me today I have a 2016 Ford Expedition King Ranch Edition. Even though this is an older generation of Ford Expedition, I think thought of a kind of interesting to take a look at this 91,000 mile example. And it's not often that you come, with a cross with a King Ranch version. Usually this type of trucks or this type of SUVs are not easy to kind of find in a King Ranch Edition. And of course, because they're special, they got special wheels, they got special two-tone paint. This one being in a white, I think it's an Oxford white with a caribou kind of brownish lower trim as well, which is really nice. Of course, you got the King Ranch logo here, which was established in 1853. So obviously the King Ranch kind of gets this addition from the King Ranch in Texas. A lot of those colors and textures are kind of interpreted into the SUV, not only exterior wise but interior wise. So the Ford Expedition has been with us for almost 25 years, believe it or not. It was introduced in 1997. This is the third generation Ford Expedition. Of course, we got the brand new one that I have driven before, the fourth generation. This was a mildly refreshed in 2015. This is basically what we have here. This is kind of the same way it was through, I think, 2017. Obviously, this generation of Expedition was still, full-size pickup, still kind of based on the older Ford F-150, but it's still a very, this is a basically almost kind of fully loaded model with special things. As you can see, we got the 20-inch wheels, chrome mirrors, and all kinds of great goodies that the King Ranch package gives you. So this one that we have here is actually, it's not a four-wheel drive, it's actually a two-wheel drive model. Just over 91,000 miles, so it's a pretty good used example. Kind of wanted to drive it and experience to see how this SUV is. So obviously it's a big SUV, comfortable, family cruiser, especially if you want to tow, if you want to do a lot of things and got a big family, like to travel, this is the rig to do it in. So this bottom color here is called Caribou, which is kind of like a brownish, kind of goldish type of paint, which is part of the King Ranch Edition. Obviously this is like an Oxford white from Ford, which looks good. I think white with that combination looks really good. Obviously we got the specific King Ranch wheels, which are 20-inch. This are running 275 65, basically Bridgestone duals all around. And of course you can see that unique kind of interior west of the caribou color as well, carries into the theme. Coming up front, of course, we got some you got a projector type of beam light here. We do have some LED fog lights in the bottom, and as you can see in the very front, you also got that caribou coming around the front of the front spoiler, a bit of chrome accent here. Got some sensors as well. You got your Ford badge, and we see also got some of that caribou color trim here inserted with the grille. So it's really nice. I mean, the way they did it, as you can see, this has got a bug deflector that's already put into this. So right here, guys, as you can see, we got automatic basically side steps that come out when you open the door, and this are 6-inch, kind of the older style, but at least it's still functional. So we'll jump into the inside in just a few moments. So once you close the door, they go back up, as you can see. And of course, here we got a mirror as well. Here looks like some sort of side marker here, and we got, of course, your combination combo for usually ports. Usually these are done here, but then this is an older model. This is put right on the door sill here, part of the chrome. This is kind of looking a little bit weathered out, but it's not too bad. So really nice, kind of looking. Of course, you got some. Of course, you got your kind of tall here, but this has got your roof rails here. As you can see, can put a lot of stuff up. This does have a sunroof as well, not a panoramic sunroof, but just a regular sunroof on this one. So as you can see, this key, it's got, of course, you can do your panic. We got to open up the rear hatch. We have close and lock, and we got also remote start on this grill. So let's go ahead and open up the back of this Expedition. So as you can see, guys, it's got a pretty good sized room here. I mean, obviously you got a third row seating here. Obviously you can put up to, you see, we got 5, 6, 7 people here comfortably, even an 8th one if you had a bench here in the middle. So you got a pretty decent room in the back here. It's not bad at all. Of course, you see that Mesa leather here. That's part of the King Ranch package. Of course, you got some hooks here, and this in here, of course, you got, this is for closing of the door back here, and it's not actually on the door. And we don't have much here in the back. I don't see any type. Well, we do have a 12 bolt here, so this we have a 12 bolts connection here. And of course, this is the third row. You can just press that and actually go down automatically. So at least you give you that convenience of having automatic seats and I believe 2016 was when they came up. The same button can put it up and down, so that was a good one. As you can see, we got some cup holders here as well, and probably some connection here. We have a speaker here as well. That's part of that speaker system in this King Ranch edition, so it's not bad at all. Of course, we get a little bit extra room here. If we lift this up, you have a slight bit of extra room here. Looks like your jack here for your spare. There is a spare tire underneath this truck, so you got a little extra room here, but at least you get a full-size spare, I believe, underneath here. Of course, we get a tow hitch here, and I believe this one here can tow about 9,600 pounds. If I'm not incorrect, I'll put that on the screen, guys, but this is still a pretty good towing capacity in it, about 9,600 pounds, 9,500 pounds. I'll put that up on the video, guys, for you guys. So it's a really good, you know, for hauling and for towing, and you got plenty of space to put a lot of things here. It's a really good SUV. So of course we get a little latch here, and just to bring this down, we just go ahead and put this up. You press it, and this automatically goes down. So it's pretty cool. So you can see the King Ranch. You get a backup camera, and of course this has got the EcoBoost battery, which is this. It is powered by the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, which is a twin turbo V6 coming from the Ford. I guess I also wanted to mention that this is the standard wheelbase version of the Expedition. There is also an extended version, or the long version, which has, this one's got 119 inches of wheelbase. The other one's got 131, which you get a bit longer to give you more room. So you got also that choice for this Expeditions as well. So all right, guys, so let's check out what's underneath the hood of this Expedition King Ranch. Here we're gonna get this hood open up. It's a little bit different. There we go. We got at least some hydraulic assistance here from those hood struts. So all right, guys, here we go. We got the twin Triton 3.5 liter V6. This is a twin turbo V6 producing 365 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. So it's a pretty good, healthy size number for horsepower and torque. And this is actually going through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Ford hadn't really introduced yet their 10-speed automatic, as they do in the all-new trucks. So this is still a very potent, you know, nice power plant for this one, for this Expedition. It has plenty of power. Obviously the former 5.4 liter V8 was the normal on this before they introduced these EcoBoost engines into the bigger SUV. So not a bad. Obviously it's like, you know, it's a good size engine. Looks like it's back pretty much back a little lower, and it's actually below the front line here as well for the wheels. So it's not bad. Obviously a big combination here. At least you get a little bit of a, at least I put some hydraulic hood shocks on this one to help you out with that. So as you can see, we got the Expedition name on that. Usually the Ford started putting those little logos for Easter eggs on the cars. So really nice. And obviously you can put a bigger engine in this one here, but this is plenty of power. So all right, let's go ahead and close this hood. This is gonna have a little extra because it's a little heavier, a little bit tougher. All right, let's check out the rear of this Expedition, guys. Of course we got that Mesa leather, which is really unique. It's got like a chrome, it's got, of course, that orangey, or that the kind of copper accent with the brownish, what would they call it? They call the Mesa leather, which is really nice, you know, fine leather from Texas. Of course you got that King Ranch logo right here, and that really nice. Obviously, you know, of course here in the door, this is a little bit hard plastic, but we got some of that accent leather. Of course we got a little bit of wood here. I don't think this is wood. It might be, definitely, I'll let you know in the video, guys. Might be fake wood, might be the real wood, but we'll let you know. Of course we got a bit of aluminum plastic trim here. Not much of a room here to put any type of things, and of course we got a big speaker here as well. So of course we got the step here, guys. Let's get inside. There's at least a door handle here, a grab handle. So here we got, of course, some captain chairs here in the middle. Really nice and roomy. The seats a little bit sit back, but I still got plenty of room here. It's not bad at all. Coming and checking out this interior of this Expedition. Of course we get at least just a regular sunroof here, and checking out the interior. Of course this is kind of based on the older F-150 of interior, but it's not bad at all. Of course this leather still feels really good. I love that kind of copper stitching in it. Really nice the way it is. A couple of cup holders here, guys, in the middle for your passenger, for the center row. We do have another controls for your AC. Of course we got the 12 volt. We got, of course, a 3-prong 110 volt 150 watt volt here, and controls for the rear AC as well. And of course you also got two, these seats do heat up. They have heat seaters as well for this middle row. Really nice. Obviously here we got some more AC outlets in the back. Really cool. Now here, let's turn around here, guys, here, and we have, of course, the third row seats. I'm sure let's get back here, but it's not too bad. Let's head back here and see the room. Actually it's pretty roomy. I mean, really nice. Not bad at all, to be honest. So we got another cup holder. I don't see any type of connections or anything like that for USB. Obviously back then it still wasn't the thing. But it's got pretty room. You can definitely sit 3 people back here, squeeze them. But it's really nice and roomy back here. And as you can see, you got also some more AC outlets in the back here, and you got a pretty nice size window and a lot of space here for the rear passengers. So very comfortable seating. Or you can just put this down and put all your luggage here if you're only carrying 4 people. So pretty nice size room for this Expedition, guys. Just spinning around a little bit here. It's got a black roof on the top. It's kind of like a soft material here, so it's really nice. At least it's not white or gray. At least, you know, that doesn't get dirty at all. So all right, let's head out and let's put the seat back here, guys, and get back in our seats here. So we got some pockets here as well for both sides, and of course you got armrests. I really love this, the way this leather seats feel. They're really nice, what Ford has done to this. So all right, so heading up to the driver's seat of this Expedition. Obviously you got that caribou leather here, or excuse me, the Baja leather, which is really nice. Of course, that I don't know if it's fake book or not, but still the same thing as the back. Really nice. It's got a bit of a storage room for a list of bottle, not as much as they are today. Got a pretty good speaker here of that Sony system. So obviously we'll leave this to our 10 power way seats, guys. If not, I'll let you know up in the video here, guys, for you. Of course, you get that nice Mesa leather here as well with the King Ranch logo. Really nice backrest. Really nice the way this interior looks. Obviously, this has got, remember, 90,000 miles, over 91,000 miles on it. So the wear and tear of it, of course, is going to be a little more on this model. As you can see, somebody put some type of screws here, some type of flat chair as well. So we got controls for that here. We got lumbar and all that kind of thing here. So your automatic step that comes out, really nice. Of course, you got light controls here. A bit of aluminum trim here. We're gonna have an American flag like the new ones have. Of course, we got a bit of that copper stitching here on top of the dash. Leather steering wheel, kind of Viola style the wheel with this one. So I mean, considering, guys, this is an older SUV, I mean, it's still a very nice SUV, to be honest. And you know, for the price, I think this is priced in the mid-30s. I'll put the price up on you guys. This is still considered a used SUV. I mean, considering the new Expeditions are way past $50,000, is this a good viable option? Obviously, the way things are with the used car prices, you know, this is still a nice SUV. I mean, older style and a little bit older tech, especially with interior and technology, but still, I think it's a solid SUV, you know, for what you get. So I mean, this might be a little more pricier than usual, but it's because of what things going on with car supply. But what can we do, guys? So let's go ahead, guys, and get inside. All right, so I do have the key with me here. Let's go ahead and start up this Expedition. So all right, we have that twin turbo V6. Let's see if we can hear a little bit. Not too loud, but you can definitely hear it. Hear a bit of the turbos there with you. So of course, as you can see, we got a little tweeter here that we got a Sony system in this King Ranch. We'll test out that system in just a few moments. So of course, we got your light switch here. We got, of course, a nice handle here. And all right, let's go ahead and close. We got a parking brake here as well. This is kind of a old foot activated emergency brake, of course, and all that kind of stuff. So we do have a automatic tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And I believe there's also, I know that the pedals adjust as well, but I'm not sure if those are. Yep, there we go, guys. So here we got the adjustable pedals as well, so you can adjust the pedals and the tilt steering wheel. There's a lot of adjustments to this Expedition, which is kind of, you know, expected of something of this caliber of SUV. So all right, guys, let's close the door and get a little bit more close. Put on our seatbelt just to go ahead and get situated when we go out for a test drive. So the instrumentation, which is very similar to the Ford Edge's instrumentation, similar type of dials, as you can see, and screens. These are 4.2-inch screens on each side. Coming in here, guys, of course, this is more of a plastic interior. This is kind of based, of course, on your older F-150. We got a speaker here in the middle, a little more extra. You can put a couple of things up there, a phone or something. Coming over here, guys, of course, we got your glove box. There's no other glove box here. This is your airbag. Of course, you got those round kind of, as you can see here, the AC outlets, which are pretty cool. They're really nice. Of course, you got your 8-inch Sync 3 system here. We got your trailer control here. We got traction off. We got your, we can turn, basically this is for your rear door. Cup holder here. This is not a full-wheel drive model, so you give you a little cup coin holder here, which is kind of rare to see nowadays. Of course, you guys in the middle, of course, you got, this is your volume control, which is easily done. And this is obviously, I believe this is a 10 or 12 speaker system. I'll make sure I put those correct those numbers up on the system. This is a Sony system, which sounds really good. Obviously, you can find. yeah, definitely sounds very nice. Got a nice sound system in here. Of course, you got a tune control, and it's got a nice thick volume control here. This is all your switches for the phone. Of course, you got your hazards, and as you can see, we got a CD changer here as well, a CD player to put on your older CDs to listen to Wham or whoever you listen to. Of course, we got heated and cool seats here. As you can see, I'm gonna put the cool seat. Go ahead and go in. It's a beautiful fall sunny afternoon. It was raining earlier, but now the sun is out. We're gonna get some cool weather this evening here in Central Florida. So, but both front seats get heated and cool seats. Of course, here we got your dual zone front seats, front AC here. Of course, we got another zone in the back, so it's actually a 3-zone AC in this Expedition. So all kinds of controls here. Of course, guys, there's no driving modes or anything like that on this one. This is basically an older model. We got a 12-volt here, as you can see, which is kind of interesting. Looks like a button. That's really cool. And of course, you get a little more of a things for put things, I don't know, more coins or some dollar bills wrapped up here. But other than that, we got a couple of cup holders. We got your 6-speed automatic transmission, and of course, you got a little sync there that you Ford used to put on. This is the same system that's on my wife's Escape, because obviously it's the same year Escape as this Expedition. So coming back to you guys, so of course you got the audio. It's still pretty quick. I mean, it's obviously really easy to navigate. You got your climate. You can switch climates here. You got your phone. This does have a navigation system, and of course it's an older one. You can kind of zoom it or out of it, which is still cool, but at least you got a navigation system, and of course you can put apps and you can control settings. As you can see, this is still pretty quick to the touch, so it's not bad at all for this, you know, a few years old or 5-year-old you know, entertainment system. So well, that's a nice song. All right, guys, so obviously love the leather here. Of course, you got that the King Ranch logo right here. Coming in here, guys, of course we got more storage. We got 2 USB connections, which is odd, which is pretty good considering the age of the vehicle. 12 volts, more coins, and you can, I don't know, it seems like people here that go into this SUVs carry a lot of coins or money. Pretty deep pocket here for you to put more things, guys. That's about it. It's got a little bit of wear and tear here. So remember, guys, this is an 91,000 mile Expedition. I'm looking at the wear and tear, which is not bad at all. I mean, obviously, considering this is, you know, an older and much more, you know, there's some tear here, and there's a little bit of wear here on the steering wheel for the thumbs, of course. But other than that, it's not bad at all. As you can see, we got a little bit of carbu there, a little bit of wear in this part of the leather on the top of the steering wheel. But the buttons and all and everything like that, there's no type of discoloring or anything like that, so it's really nice. Obviously, you got some chrome here surrounding the gear leveler, and it's not bad at all. I mean, it's got a little bit of, you know, this silver aluminum trim. It's got a little bit of wear here, but that's about it. I mean, the seats are perfect and they're really nice. Other than over here, there's no type of, you know, you can see there's no discoloring or anything like that. And of course, we got the sunroof. Got of course a sunglass holder. Of course, here we got some lights as well, and of course we got a home link system here, and of course you can put the sunroof up as well. So vehicle, if you're looking for something that's slightly used or like this type of older vehicle, this is a great SUV nonetheless. So in the middle, of course, you got your tachometer, you got the fuel, and of course you can control some of your stuff here, the radio, and you got some, you know, other controls here for your, for what information you get. Of course, you got display modes, all kinds of things, all the regular stuff that Ford gives you. And of course, we got a analog here. So, and all right, guys, let's go ahead and get this out for a test drive, guys. So let's go ahead and put this thing on drive and check out the 365 horsepower of this rear-wheel drive Expedition. So really unique truck. I've never driven one of these before. This is the first time I've driven a 3rd generation Expedition. So the stuff feels kind of quiet, and it's not bad at all. I mean, the turning radius are pretty decent. So all right, yes, the first time driving this 3rd generation Expedition. Obviously, King Ranch has got bit nicer. Of course, you got some of that wood trim here. This definitely feels nice. No, that's plastic. That's plastic for sure. But the new ones I drove is really nice. It's very quick with that, you know, updated V6. This thing still feels pretty decently when I drove it here. So I'll put on my glasses, guys, here, so we're ready to get out and experience this Expedition. All right, and let's give it a little step. There's no sport mode or anything like that. You can touch it to manual, but you know, this being, I'm kind of used to this turbocharged EcoBoost engines from Ford. Really nice. So yeah, the boost and the torque is excellent for sure. 420 pound-feet of torque is pretty nice, actually. Really nice to have. You know, this is a model. This still feels, the power plant feels the torquey, modern, plenty of power. And right now it's pretty nice. Obviously this Expeditions have the continuously adjusting suspension, which is kind of like an electronic dampers that always kind of seems to adjust the speed, or the speed, excuse me, it's adjusting the suspension, obviously depending on the type of road, but it's very quiet. You hear the turbo whip shit. This thing is very quiet, kind of surprisingly quiet. Really nice. Obviously it feels like a big vehicle to drive, so, but it's, you know, it's still fairly not bad. It's not intimidating by any means. It's a pretty nice driving vehicle so far. Obviously the new one has a lot of torque, and you press that thing and it's very sensitive, and it just takes off, you know, pushes you back in the seat, which is pretty interesting. I drove that one, and that's a much heavier vehicle, but this one feels nice though. As far as the steering feels very light, kind of over assisted, but that's typical for this type of, you know, SUVs. You don't want a heavy steering wheel. You know, most bodies, it could be a mom driving this or an older young lady, so it all depends. But this, it's already moving. This is already pretty quickly. And if we press it up a little bit here, yeah, it's just it's got plenty of torque. I mean, it doesn't feel overwhelming, but it's got plenty of power, and the torque is fantastic. This 6-speed still feels very smooth. It's an older transmission, nothing like the new Ford's 10-speed automatics, but this is still very nice and smooth transmission. Let's see, my windows are up. That's a slight bit of noise, but not much. We're doing just about 60 miles an hour, and there's not much wind noise at all. Very quiet. The suspension feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like floaty at all, by no means. It feels pretty stable. Even though we're not doing it really quickly. Let's see if we can get a little more speed. Bit of highway speed here. No, this thing feels stable. I mean, it feels very comfortable for sure. The seats are very nice and comfortable, especially being cooled really nice. No, this thing feels really nice and intact. I mean, the steering wheel, obviously it's got, you know, it's a little thinner on the side, a little thin on the side, but yeah, this obviously, you can tell this is a heavy top vehicle, but the steering is pretty, you know, it's got some decent feel to it. It's pretty, a little bit over assisted, not much feel to it, but man, it doesn't feel bad at all. Okay, let's test the brakes. Now the brakes feel pretty good. It's got a good feeling to the pad. Obviously we can turn this pretty quick, as this is a big heavy SUV. This is a rear-wheel drive model, so, but as you can see, guys, yeah, the torque was pretty good. It's got a really nice weight, really great power plant. This Ecoboost V6s, you know, they have great power. They're not as fuel efficient. You know, this is probably not more fuel efficient than the older V8 in this, but the torque is definitely there. It's a quieter engine. And you got a lot of information here. Everything's at your fingertips. Got your brake trailer control here. You know, it's a great tow vehicle for sure. A lot of pounds you can tow. Still pretty nice. I mean, there's not much rattles, as you can hear. Definitely we're not on a, you know, we're on a pretty smooth road, but wow, pretty quiet. Not much noise at all. No vibrations, no big rattles. Wow, pretty impressive, to be honest, for a 91,000 mile 2016 Ford Expedition King Ranch. So yeah, this thing, yeah, it's a big heavy vehicle, I can tell, but it's not, I mean, very decent, to be honest. I'm kind of shocked that it's this smooth and this quiet for this type of age of vehicle. Now this vehicle's been out, I believe, since like low 2010s around. I know there was a refresh in 2015, but yeah, this is an older styled, you know, chassis of F-150, so kind of everything tickles down from the F-150 to this SUV. So very nice vehicle, to be honest with you. You know, if this is the mid-30s, lower 30s, it's still a lot of vehicle for what you get. King Ranch package, you know, great sound system, stereo. So you got a lot of comfort, a lot of creature comforts, you know, cooled heated seats, power seats, sunroof, a lot of room to carry 6-7 people around very comfortably. and very nice, really nice, you know, Expedition so far. Obviously, yeah, the brakes got a good feeling to them. So, all right, guys, hope you guys been enjoying this review of this 2016 Expedition. You kind of want to give it a kind of just a, you know, a quick review, since it's interesting to find King Ranch models, which usually you don't really find at all in used car lots. It's really not the typical used station you'll find there. But I really like it. It's really nice. The leather feels fantastic. I really love this Baja or this Mesa leather that they put on this Ford King Ranches that come from the King Ranch in Texas. So, all right, let's just do a quick test of the backup camera. As you can see, this is it's got a decent camera. You can still kind of, you know, focus down to see your hitch or what you're kind of hauling when you're actually towing, which is really cool. And of course, you get trajectory lines, and we do have you'll hear the sensors here for this SUV in just a few moments. So there we go, guys. So yep, we got sensors, so that's pretty cool. This has got a really nice system. So there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review of this Expedition. Real quick, gonna be kind of interesting model to review and get a sense of this older Expedition. Not bad at all, to be honest. And want to give a big shout out to Bartow Ford for allowing me to test drive this vehicle, and to my friend Randy. So we got power windows. These are all, let me see, this is nope, this is not, this one is full power up and down. But really nice, guys. Thanks so much for Bartow Ford again. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.